Well, a very warm welcome, travel partners. Thank you so much for joining me today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Julian De Carlo, and I'm the trade marketing specialist here at Cunard. Now, grab something warm. Got my afternoon cuppa here brewing. Sit back as I take you through some myth busting with myself. Now, just a friendly reminder, the right-hand side of your screen, we do have a live chat. We do have some moderators that will be able to answer any questions that you may have, so feel free to pop anything in. Now, today I'll be taking you through 5 common myths that some of you may assume that you may have, and some of your guests that may have with Cunard as a brand. I'll take you through why they're not true, what you can experience across our fleet, and what it's like to sail with us. And I'll lead you with some examples that I'll take you through. I've recently come back on my first sailing on Queen Victoria in the Med, and it's really opened my eyes up as well. I've had quite a few theories that I've had before, and I think they've all been broken on my experience. So I'll take you through those today. So let's get into it. Now, the first myth that I have down is that Cunard is only for older traditional cruisers. Well, not so true. I don't think that's true at all. I think we have the beauty of our wellness and downtime for guests who want to switch off. So for those guests that want to do nothing, that want to lay down by a pool deck, that want to enjoy the sense of traveling in luxury at a slow-paced environment, the world is theirs. They can do it as they wish. Now, the dining variety as well, that people assume that it's always formal, that the options always have to be dressed up. Again, another theory that's not so true. Now, you can enjoy buffet restaurants on board. You can enjoy a classic English pub meal at the Golden Lion pub with a Cunard brew, and just enjoy the live entertainment we have in the pub. Now, those venues, not required at all to be fancy dressed. You can enjoy those venues at your own pace, as well as enjoying the incredible food that we have on offer. Now, I just want to give you one example with the buffet that I recently have come off with our group of agents that have joined me. Some nights we came back from a port day and we just felt like we wanted to enjoy a nice Mediterranean sunset at the back of the ship, and we went into the buffet. Multiple incredible variety of options of food to choose from. One of our favorites was the pasta station, where we grabbed a pasta, got it made to our liking, what we wanted to choose, and we all sat down at the back of the deck and just watched an incredible Mediterranean sunset. So again, not choosing to be involved in having to get dressed up. We can choose what we wanted to do at our own pace. Now, yes, we do have nightlife that goes beyond 11 o'clock. Our group, we really enjoyed visiting the Golden Lion pub for some karaoke, some live music, and then we followed ourselves up to the yacht club where we had the live DJ going and a lot of our guests joining us as well. Now, we also have that stigma that different itineraries lead to different, age groups. Now, you'll find that on shorter sailings, like our 7-night Mediterranean, our fjords, and our Spain and transatlantic crossings, that has a younger demographic. Shorter sailings, a lot more ports, intense in terms of day by days, less sea days. You will find that the crowd on board will be a lot younger. Now, we have our new ship, Queen Anne, as well, which blew me away when I stepped on board her for the first time. An incredible ship, one of my favorites, where we're seeing Queen Anne is also tailoring towards all ages, but we are seeing as well that we have that younger crowd and demographic that are wanting to come on board in Queen Anne and try her out, and they're becoming repeat cruisers of Cunard. So we have just a great fleet across the brand. Now, our second myth that I want to take you into is that it's too luxury and expensive, formal for my client. Now, people do think this. Why they think this? Of course, we're proud to share that we have incredible history. The lack of awareness around our inclusions, that's a big one that I want to talk about. Now, just to give you some context behind that point, all our meals that are included, as well as the Wellness Cafe, our pastries in the cafe are included. Main meals in the Golden Lion pub, like I mentioned, also included. So those pub feeds that guests are wanting to enjoy, all included. Breakfast room service, entertainment, including the evening shows, daytime and evening activities, plus even the little touches like the use of free laundry facilities. I can put my hand up and say I was the first one to be using the laundry facilities on Queen Victoria. Nothing beats washing your clothes and not having to stress about what you're going to put on for the remainder of your trip. And little complimentary touches where bubbles on arrival in your room that really make you feel special and ready to enjoy your trip. Yes, the brand image of us using ball gowns and tuxedos during the evening is something that people might perceive that's they think this as well. And again, with that perception of having to dress up every night. Now, why it isn't true, I just want to take you with a bit of background and theory, what I've calculated on my assumptions of cruising today with Queen Elizabeth. Now, Q816 is a Queen Elizabeth voyage, 7 nights in the Mediterranean, and that equates to around $3,299 per person. Now, if you equate that to a daily rate, it's around $470 per person. Now, I've just come back from the Med as well, and obviously peak time is crazy. Now, the hotels can be well above $470 a day. You know, some hotels I was looking at around the $700 to $800 mark, and that's not even including any of your travel, how you're going to get to your itinerary or port or wherever you're wanting to travel to the next day, whether you're having to get a train, a plane, any flight. That the hassle of having to figure all that, that's just quite time consuming in itself when you're in the Europe Med and wherever you may be in Europe with the heat that we have going on at the time of peak season. And we also have that casual dining is celebrated. It's something we want everyone to enjoy. It's not something that we frown upon. It's celebrated across the fleet. So that's another reason why it's not true. And as I mentioned before on the last slide, you can have those low-key, relaxing days where you want to lounge by a pool, enjoy some sun, enjoy the bars where your staff will include that incredible White Star service where they'll remember your order. That's highly, highly encouraged across a Cunard cruise. Now, moving on to our third myth, that Cunard is good for once-in-a-lifetime trips. Now, why do people think this? You know, we do have our transatlantic crossings on Queen Mary 2, along with our world cruises that sail all the way from Southampton down to Australia and back. We have people that think that Cunard is a once-in-a-lifetime bucket list opportunity. I would be first to put my hand up and say I also thought this from an outside world that, you know, it was a bucket list itinerary. Now, if you compare our rates and what our fares are at the moment, it's far from that. The prices are not as high as what people think, so it doesn't require to be a special and once-in-a-lifetime trip. Now, we have a high repeat of purchase rates, and that's because each queen across our fleet is unique. We have different itineraries, different layouts on our ships, and I'll go into more about our fleet soon. It's just incredible. Now, firsthand, we had agents across our family for the 7 nights that joined us that was so shocked and surprised that kept saying to me, which it makes me feel so proud to hear these words, that, oh my God, I've been blown away from this ship and from Cunard, where it's completely exceeded my expectations, where it's not having to dress up. It's very casual. And even to the point that some of them have even booked their own holiday for next year on board our ships, that they wanted their own family members to experience this. So just that in itself gives me a lot of pride and joy seeing those quotes firsthand being told to me. Now, as I mentioned, our fleet. We have this stigma that people think that our fleet is old-fashioned and we don't update our fleet. Now, completely wrong. Yes, we have the history that we're proud of, and people think that we have the old school Art Deco style ships and the classic onboard activities like we have afternoon tea. Now, not so true. Yes, we have the afternoon tea, but across our fleet, we've got Queen Mary 2 that was launched in 2004 through to Queen Anne that was recently launched in 2024. We're constantly updating our fleet. We're putting them through refurbs, updating our stateroom, we're updating our decor, updating the spaces based on guest feedback. And we've got incredible modern amenities throughout our wellness areas, our spas. We're constantly, updating those areas. Now, the experiences are timeless. right? This is why it's not true either. It's a timeless experience. We embody the art of slow travel, which is having a really, really common theme in today's world of busyness, right? We really want to encourage people to sit back, enjoy traveling with Cunard, embrace the White Star service, and sit back and enjoy what a Cunard ship has to offer. Now, I'll move myself off the screen, but I'll take you through a couple of slides and images of what I see that were, there's millions of images I could have pulled out, but some highlights for me. Now, the Royal Court Theatre on Queen Anne, a stunning, stunning theatre, quite different to the rest of the fleet. She's got the one level and some incredible chairs for those West End style Broadway shows. I mean, you sit on the chair, and I just didn't want to get up when I was taking agents for my ship inspection, and everyone else just wanted to sit there. But again, you feel so close to the atmosphere, so live. The lighting in that theatre is just incredible. We've got our wellness studio across Queen Anne. Now, as you can see in that image, you can set up yoga classes, Pilates, Zumba. I mean, it's just incredible to look to your left and right-hand side where you could be traveling at sea, embracing those scenic views of the ocean, or even pulling into a port, being able to do some exercise. We've got our grill suite room on the right-hand side on Queen Anne. Again, just an incredible modern luxury piece of stateroom. The marble, the space, it's just stunning. Another favorite venue of mine across our fleet, the Commodore Club. Now, the Commodore Club is just another incredible place where you can enjoy a beverage. It doesn't need to be alcohol, whether it's a tea, a coffee, a soft drink, a mocktail. Just a stunning space where we have a piano being played at nighttime or different entertainment. It's also quiet during the day. You get the same views as what the captain would see from the front of the ship. Just a really stunning venue across our fleet. You've got Queen Mary's 2 Spa in the middle. I mean, just how relaxing does that look? I just want to jump in now. And you look to the right-hand side, our Grand Lobby on Queen Victoria. Really, really, for me, that was just stunning walking into that when I first boarded the ship, seeing her lobby come to life. Musicians playing during the evening, photos being taken. We had the King's birthday where the crew were preparing a cake during the evening and everyone taking photos. It's just incredible. Now, the last myth, that there's not enough to do on board. Now, why people think this? We don't have any water parks or any gimmicks. Our brand focuses the very quiet about refined experiences and the lack of awareness of the ships and spaces and that we offer. Now, across our ship, we have a Royal Court Theatre on every ship. Our fleet is larger to mid-sized ships with so much spaces. So you compare that to an expedition ship, you're not going to get the same amount of areas to enjoy that you would on a mid-sized ship. And the ships do offer a full range of activities. Like I said, you've got your spas, your pools, fitness centers, poolside movies, your casinos, your theaters with those West End Broadway style shows, nightclubs, and our strong enrichment programs, which are incredible in itself. You can attend guest lectures, enjoy different people that are coming on board every day to talk about the ports that we may be arriving into, different people that have experienced different things in life. Incredible speakers. And our multiple dining venues, our bars and our lounges that just offer incredible service throughout the day. The food is nonetheless just incredible and amazing. Now, I just want to take you in a life of my day when I was sailing on board. Now, no judging of my photos, but I think it's just a day in my life. Now, I'll move my head off the screen. As you can see on the left-hand side, I like to order my breakfast, have some fruits with my cup of tea, freshly squeezed orange juice, and try and get some protein in, which would allow me to explore the beauty of the Mediterranean Sea. I love chasing the ocean. When I was sailing, I was always looking for a spot to swim along with our agents and embrace the incredible cuisine that each port had to offer. I mean, just look at that backdrop. Stunning. I'd come back to the ship and play a game of chess with my Cunard teddy bear on the bottom left-hand side that would talk to me. I'm just joking there. And, later on, get ready, get dressed. You can see our stunning group of agents in the middle shot there. Mark on my right-hand side just topped it off with that stunning piece of tuxedo that he's got with his black blazer and some florals. And then I would then steer the ship out of port with the captain's permission of honking the horn. No, that didn't happen. Otherwise, he wouldn't let me up there. But just an incredible view from the bridge, and of course, taking in those sunsets at sea. Now, I just want to share 2 quotes of mine that really, well, there's 3 on the screen. You can read those, but 2 that really stood out for me at the first. Well, they all stood out for me, but the short and sweet ones at the front tour. Cunard finds the perfect balance between casual and relaxing during the day and elegance of evening. Again, spot on, the casualness throughout the day, and then whether or not your guests or yourself want to participate in those elegance evenings, entirely up to you. And Cunard has well-curated itineraries, great onboard activities, fantastic food, and amazing crew. I can vouch and say the crew and the White Star service training that they go through, just incredible. I mean, when we're coming back from a ship day, a port day, and the crew know what you're going to drink, even to the point where we're going for dinner, and they know what bread you're having on your side plate. They know your name. It's just, you just feel at home. So the crew really, really make up a ship. I'm proud to say our crew work tirelessly hard to make your guest voyages really, truly unique and special. Now, just want to reiterate our support, onesourcecruises.com. I link through all your trade emails that you receive from Cunard that I send out. I link everything through to our Holy Bible, OneSource. So explore that. If you are having any issues, there is a contact us page where you can reach out to myself or the team with our email addresses down. We have our contact center phone numbers on the left-hand side if you have any issues, as well as our trade support email address. We also have our Facebook group. I try and update that quite often with any last-minute things that are coming through HQ. Or if you do have any questions, feel free to join and post those in. And the top right-hand side of your screen, we've just got a QR code that links through to all our latest collateral that we've created for you that really want to assist in selling Cunard to your clients. Now, I really hope you enjoyed today's session with me, with myth busting, with myself. I hope you can take away a few points, and I really look forward to joining you on the next one. Goodbye for now, and talk soon.